College District, I was a counselor. And I started a career center. I started the first career center. It was at Los Angeles Trade Technical College. That was my first job in the LA Community College District. And I had this room where I gathered catalogs from all the colleges, information from the colleges. And even though I was a counselor and there was a bank of offices for counselors, I was the only counselor in this one room where the career center was by myself. And so the students stopped going to the other counselors and used to come down to my office and read books and come and talk to me. And it became a hangout at the LA Trade Tech College, and they started calling me Mother Goose. My name was Goolsby. I was in charge of the cheerleaders. It was Goolsby. So they started calling me Mother Goose. The kids would say, you have all the kids here like Mother Goose. And they just started calling me Mother Goose. And they'd say, where's Mother Goose? And they said, oh, she was. So that's how I got that name.
You said to explain because in my generation, Mother Goose was a potato chip.
That is true.
Yeah, so,
that is true. No, they did like the fairy tale, the story. And they said since all the kids were following me around, the kids called me Mother Goose, and that's how I picked up that name. And so I was Goolsby in the LA Community College District, and I was in student affairs. So I worked with all the young people with student government, graduation, the athletes, their counseling, and things of that nature. So then I moved here, and I liked the name. It was doing well for me in Los Angeles. But coming here, I was told that Pinkard was the name to use because he was well known. Because of all the things his family had done. He had a brother who was a caterer, well known in the community, who worked with youth, was always giving. If there was an event and they needed food, he would provide it. If there was homeless and there's a need for food, he would take it there. I learned a lot about selflessness from my brother-in-law. I really miss it. When we had an event and I needed food, he said it's taken care of. I wouldn't have to worry about it. And then I learned the story about the 3rd Street Bridge. My husband's mother and several other community ladies in Oxnard were the ones who went to the city council to make sure that a bridge was built so that people could get out of the colonial. Miss England, Miss Pinkard, and I can't think of the other 2 ladies' names, but they went to the city council over and over again to tell them that there needed to be a way for people to get out of the colonia when there was rain or when there was a train going by, because they were locked in without that bridge. And so that was something that they fought for. So that bridge was something that my mother-in-law, Miss England, and some other ladies made sure was built for that community. So we have ties throughout this community and things that people have done in the family that deal with service. So I come by it honestly from my childhood to now.
All the way in one place.
Right.
Are you still tied at all to the district? Because that's a pretty strong connection you and your husband have with the district.
The Oxnard Union High School District, you mean?
Yeah, and then you also mentioned, it's so funny because it's Oxnard School District, Oxnard.
I know.
It's the same thing in my mind. It's
Right.
the work of education. You still involved down there because it's kind of like the
I do.
crossover.
I still talk to them about projects that I'm doing, or if they can help me do some things, especially with working with the African American Leadership Academy. I'll be working with the Oxnard Union High School District because we'll be pulling students from there to go to CSUCI because I'll be working with.
What a nice thing.
It will be moving the youngsters into a week of living on campus, learning leadership skills with the staff at California State University, Shell Island, in the Student Services Department. So my roots are here. I've been here 27 years with my husband. I came here and didn't lose a step in terms of what I was doing.
I didn't see
Right, no, 50 and 43. I always tell my
I was
husband.
doing that, I promise.
I always tell my husband, the kids, he said, what kids? I said, the kids are kids. He said, those are grown men. That's what I'm talking about. I said, but the age difference between us will never be any different.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
I have
right. I'm
one son who's still here. The oldest has always worked with kids doing camp coaching. He does a lot of coaching, and he does property management. So,
Wow.
and he works at the PAC. So he's very busy all the time. And then the younger son is in Los Angeles, and he works for a nonprofit called the Rita Walters Learning Center, and he works with at-risk youth. So they're both still dealing with service. I guess they learned it from their parents, and we're very proud of the both of them.
The genes, the genetics. And I want to make a statement. I will never call you Mother Goose. I won't say that.
Okay.
Now, just like Mother Teresa, I might call you Mother
Oh,
Irene.
please. Yeah, that's okay.
I got to figure out what I'm going to call your
Oh.
husband when I meet him. Is there a line or an application online that you can fill out? Because I do want to meet this gentleman.
We have Pinkard Youth Institute. You can find us. There's a website called Pinkard Youth Institute, and we have a Pinkard Youth Institute at gmail.com if you want to email us.
Right, do you have a website and you want to?
Yes, the website is PinkardYouthInstitute.com.
All right. Well, you know what? I wasn't prepared for this. I got blown away. And, I want to continue.
Oh, yeah.
Look at my face.
Well, one final question, ask me about one of our grandsons.
Oh,
Oh, my goodness.
I have-
What is missing now?
I have 3 grandsons. I have Josh Pinkard, Dee Pinkard, and Conrad Hernandez. And the one who was, the one he's talking about is the one that went to USC on a full scholarship.
Man.
Josh Pinkard, and he played for the Seahawks.
Yeah, man. We have an org chart up here. Can you flash that on the screen?
Was he married?
Pardon? No. He was football.
Okay.
He played for the Seattle Seahawks with Pete Carroll.
My man Pete.
Yeah.
Player coach.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah.
I love him.
Now, I want to make a real fast big deal, but you're about to do something very significant. I want a big deal about it because I'm going to shut my mouth.
We're gonna
Something of major significance. And if you-
something that is major and will help the community tremendously and provide some guidance for the city.
And that's all I want to say.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. So, I don't know what else to say, but thank you.
Thank
Irene.
you.
You have quite an entourage, and I want to be part of it. So, thank you
Oh,
very much.
well, we can find a spot.
You just fit me in. I'm rather large. I'll work with it.
Okay.
This is Peter Godinez, ambassador with the lovely, wonderful, life-changing Irene Pinkard. Thank you very much, and approaching noon, so good afternoon, good noon, goodbye.